Today you join me as I explore this stunning abandoned 1970s dream home built for the Campitelli family. John Campitelli started a trucking company in 1949 with just one truck, carrying loads for Colonial Homes. Over the years, his brothers joined his company, helping expand it. By the 1970s, the company had outgrown its Pickering site and moved to its present Ajax, Ontario location. John had a passion for horses and horse racing. He was one of the founding members of the Quarter Racing Owners of Ontario back in the 1960s. John's passion for horse racing was lifelong, having raced quarter horses from the 1960s to the 1980s and then moving on to Thoroughbreds. With John's company's success, he custom built this dream home in the early 1970s on 14 acres of beautiful property. It featured a stunning main house with an equestrian farm out back where he raised and trained Barlee Mist, one of Canada's top sprinting fillies in the mid-1990s. Barlee Mist won 7 stake races, placed in 7 others, and earned over $670,000. Sadly, in 2019, John passed away at the age of 87. The family home was sold to developers who demolished and flattened his beloved equestrian farm in 2020. The house remained and was rented out by developers until late 2023. Just 1 week after I explored this home, crews were on site salvaging the kitchen, doors, fixtures, the back deck, and anything else worth saving. 2 months later, the home was completely demolished to make way for a new housing development project. Join me as I explore this incredible home.
All right, how's it going, Nowhere crew? Welcome back to the channel. Now today I have probably one of the most amazing abandoned 1970s homes I've ever seen. This place is set to be demolished. It's only been abandoned for probably 2-3 years. Used to be an old equestrian farm, then it was rented out at some point, but beautiful property, beautiful home, very unique architectural piece that we have back here. I think you guys are gonna really like this one. So without further ado, let's walk around this place, then go check out inside. So let's go. So we're starting at the front of the house here, as you can see. Very cool piece of architecture, screams 1970s. We got a 3-car garage, roundabout driveway. Very cool front entrance. But very cool front entranceway right here. You can walk right into the front door. Very unique. Obviously at one point, front gardens of this house would have been very well manicured. They would have been overgrown so much like this. You can just barely see the house. You guys will see it better with the drone, obviously, at the starting of the video. But it's on quite a bit of property. Lots of stone walls, which is cool. And this leads, I don't even know, where does this lead? Oh, guess that's locked. You can walk down the side of the house, straight to the front door like this. Guess we're gonna have to go this way. Around the stone wall. Now just look at the shape of this house. Very, very cool design. You're supposed to be able to just walk straight through that door. Very nice deck. And look at how far it goes down. Very big property. House is actually in pretty decent shape, if I don't say so myself. Paint's just peeling a bit. Wow, it's a big house. Like, shockingly big. It's kind of crazy to think, though, that there's 3 different driveways on this house. the two that wrap around at the front, and then this one on the side here that runs to the back here. This is where the horses would have most likely been, and back there maybe they had an equestrian stadium. Looks like a farm field now, but there's no barns, nothing like that's left. But it's just crazy, the scale of this property, just acres upon acres. And we have these giant, beautiful willow tree, these big mature trees. And the scale of this house is just unbelievable. It looks massive, and as you can see, like the architectural style to it is very unique. But you can also see how overgrown it simply is. There's just weeds everywhere on this back patio area. All up these steps, it's weedy. But you know, the house itself is in pretty good shape. Like, look at the size of the chimneys at the top. Nice entertaining space outside here that goes into a walkout basement. It's clearly been overgrown for a very long time. But just picture this back in the heyday with all these gardens and stuff maintained. Apparently in 2022, they spent $70,000 putting effort into this lawn and stuff. Isn't that crazy? Now it just kind of sits in like a deteriorated state. Nice back porch, back deck, whatever you want to call it. I always mess it up. Everything in this place is good shape too. It's a really, really nice property. Just unbelievable. This is probably the master right here. Pretty wild. That's pretty much the entire outside of the house. So let's head inside. All right, guys, so we've made it inside this home, and as you guys can see from the outside, this is a spectacular piece of architecture. It is a very, very interesting and unique home, and that is no exception for the inside. It is very, very nice in here, very well constructed. I can already tell that this would be a dream home for myself. I'm in love with this place, so yeah, let me show you guys around this one, because like, my goodness, is this just amazing. So right away, we're starting at the front door, and immediately you can just see how beautiful the front doors of this home actually are. Nice wooden door, nice glass in it, and then we have immediately too this interior stone. I love when there's interior stone like this. I think it makes the house just look so nice. And on top of that, as you guys know, I love the wood paneling for the ceilings, for the walls. I just find it very country-ish and like homey, and I really, really like that. So this is what you see as soon as you walk into this house. Immediately walking into this home, this is your front foyer. To your right, we have a beautiful outdoor enclosed atrium, except for the ceiling. Obviously there's no ceiling, but we have a nice atrium there. And then we have just these giant grand rooms in this home. It's a very large mansion, but every room in it is very big, so it almost seems smaller than it is, but it keeps it as like a homey feel almost, if that makes any sense. Clearly they needed a lot of heating and cooling for this house, but yeah, this is just gorgeous. I love that you can see into the little atrium there. And then to our left, which is the way we're gonna go first, leads straight into the kitchen. While this home is mostly original, I believe the kitchen has been updated, like the cabinets and stuff. It looks more like 90s and 2000s, but the rest of the home I think is still pretty much stuck since it was built, which is cool. Got the gold light switch cover, the white switches. I'd guess this is where like a kitchen table would have gone.
We have some nice wall sconces. So light right over the kitchen table, probably would have been right here. Now this did used to be a farmstead for like equestrian, which is pretty cool. So there's some little features like that throughout the house that show that, which is nice. Here's like a little memento because they loved their horses and what they did. It's very cool. This has the people's name that lived here, so I'm going to leave that out. But look at this kitchen. Look at how nice this is. It's definitely been modernized, I believe. So there's that, but it still fits the house pretty well. So I think it's not a bad addition. I do love that continuation of the wooden ceilings up in the kitchen here. I just can't believe this is being knocked down. That's just insane to me. It does appear, because like we did a quick walk around, that some of the stuff is being salvaged. So I think we caught this house just before anything's really started, which is great. So we get to see it in like its original state, or at least its last state. But now look at that hood, a crown hood. It just looks nice. Like it doesn't look like a crappy hood that's just like above the stove. Like it's like it has like a nice design to it, which is cool. You don't see that very often. And I guess the microwave would have been right here. We would have had our fridge, which is good. Some storage. And as you guys saw from outside, there's just tons of like deck space, walkout, basement. This is a big piece of property. It is just gorgeous through and through. So over here we have beautiful stone wall with a fireplace. Look at the size of that. That is a feature of the room. That's like a statement piece of this room. And it just blends so well with the wood paneling. It is kind of weird because this is a closet, I believe, that it just blocks the fireplace like that. So I wonder if that was maybe an afterthought, adding that closet, but kind of strange. This is interesting. We have sliding glass doors in here. I think it's going to be immediately hot. Yeah, it's immediately hot in this room. Oh, okay. This is their hot tub room. Well, how about that? Isn't that fancy? Wow. I don't know if I've ever seen such a grand hot tub room before like this. But you could have come in straight off of the deck or off the porch, whatever you want to call this. Walk into this gorgeous room. Look at all the wood. Look at this skylight. Like you guys could see from outside, the actual architectural style of this house is very unique. It's got a lot of cool peaks. It's just got a good look to it. It's not like anything I've ever seen before, so I like that. It has character and it's really interesting to look at. It's a house you would be driving by, going down the road and stop and be like, wow, that's a nice house. So we have a Napoleon fireplace right here. That's definitely not cheap in the slightest. And that's still part of the stone fireplace feature. Wow. And these ceilings are like, I don't even know what, 30-foot ceilings, probably higher. We have these beautiful big beams running across here. I'm just amazed that there's a hot tub room like this on the main level. They must have really enjoyed using the hot tub. Look at the size of these windows. You never see anything like this in houses anymore. This is a real treat. They should simply not be allowed to demolish this. I like this house too much. Wow. Give you guys a nice pan of this. It almost feels like I'm in a hotel with how big these rooms are. And I love all these skylights too. There's so many skylights in this house. It's kind of cool that you can see the big living room through these windows as well. Just gorgeous. Even with these sunshades down, I'm sweating buckets. It is hot today. Yeah, it'd be really big a loss if they didn't repurpose basically all of this house, all of this wood throughout the house. That'd just be stupid. There's just no way. They have to. Okay. So leaving the hot tub room, let's continue on. So this is the front closet I was talking about that's blocking the fireplace in the kitchen area. I'm wondering if, like I said before, it was a afterthought because they just didn't have a closet. But maybe it was a design choice, I don't know. But you get this weird little like gap, which just doesn't seem like it was supposed to be there. Wow, look at the scale of their living room, my goodness. So let's walk down these stairs. Oh my goodness, look at the size of this place. Wow. These right out to your back deck. Whoa. Like the slanted ceiling. And look at the size of this stone wall. That's a statement piece, if I've ever seen one. Wow. That is unbelievable. Look at how big it is. It's like I'm at a hotel. That's the best way I can describe it. It's like being at a country-ish resort or like a Bass Pro Shop. Look at that. That was not cheap. There's no way. Oh my goodness. Of course we have a fireplace right here. The house this big, you definitely need all these fireplaces. Got to keep the place warm if you don't want to pay a heating bill. Looks like they used it too. Like you can tell that they had the logs sitting there. Wow. This is breathtaking. Like, what a nice living room. I was so enamored by the wall, I didn't even notice this massive chandelier. Look at that. I guess they did very well for themselves because this is something else. Maybe they used it as part of their like equestrian business or something, but my gosh. I've never seen anything like that in a house. We've explored some like very expensive, massive mansions. Never seen a stone wall like that for a fireplace. You can just see how much venting they have throughout the house too. There's like, was this 6 vents just here? Then of course you can see the back porch. And it just kind of leads all over the property. Everything kind of connects, which is cool. And so far, house hasn't really had any damage. I'm only seeing one spot with water damage, and it's really not that big of a deal. If you look up in the corner by the skylight there, you can see just a little bit of damage, like right there. It's nothing. I don't even want to leave this house. This is awesome. I'd love to live here. So let's continue. I would assume that all the bedrooms are on this side of the house. Pretty cool staircase. Kind of reminds me of a hotel, how they have the big old thick banisters and like the little bumper part there. I know it's another rail, but you know what I mean. Let's check out this atrium. This is what I mean. What a cool house. You don't see atriums in houses. I don't think I've ever seen one in an abandoned house. Very cool. Water feature right here. I'd love to see some photos of this home before it was abandoned. Like, I'd love to see it lived in. Be very curious to see what every room was used for. This in like a really nice manicured state. But I mean, it's got some paint peeling and stuff on the wood. But this is again one of those elements of like, it's a very interesting little area of the home, a cool architectural feature of the home. Very overgrown, but this would be a great place just to sit at sunset. You could grow some plants. I think it almost smells like they're growing tomatoes and stuff out here, or they were, so that's pretty cool. Those are really nice doors. They match the front door, which is cool. This is a pretty small bedroom for the scale of the rest of the house. I will say that's one thing. Does the job though. Maybe a kid's bedroom, got the glow-in-the-dark stars. Cool floral wallpaper. Yeah, not bad. Really can't complain. Okay. So I think all the doors are matching. We have the exact same doors on every single bedroom door. Or the same doors for every bedroom. Again, I'm assuming this is one of the smaller bedrooms. That's a nice cedar closet. Has very nice wood. Wow. Now I'm going to imagine that this is the master. Beautiful door again. Look at this. You got some windows way up at the top there. It gives you this nice natural light coming into the room. Keeps it like soft lighting. Really like that. Definitely the master, definitely the biggest bedroom so far. I'd imagine that you can walk out to the, you can walk out to the backyard from this room. Kind of cool curtains. I like how they kind of use this space for stuff they were going to use more so than like the bedroom. It's not a huge bedroom. It's not small, but they instead wanted to have a big family room or like a big entertaining space. Stuff like that, big kitchen, places that everybody could enjoy. Instead of having like a super large bedroom. I mean, big walk-in closet though. Lots of storage space. You know what's pretty crazy too, guys? There's a floor safe right here. What kind of treasures do you think are in there? I want to know, but just never will. That's cool though. I didn't even notice that. I'd assume they had a cap or something on it. It wasn't just open like that, but that's into like the concrete. That's crazy. Yeah, that's nice. Wow. Ooh, we got some water damage. That's
surprising. The house generally has been okay, so honestly, if it was built in like, you know, late 70s, early 80s, for it to only have this kind of damage since then, that's pretty good in my opinion. Like, if replace some drywall, it's not that big of a deal. Love those doors. This bathroom definitely was updated. I don't think this was original, and I think that because we do have the assistive tub, so I guess whoever lived here was elderly. We still have some elements, like we have the heat lamps still, but this kind of looked more like 90s or 2000s. Same with like the countertops, the sink, faucet. They may have left tiling original, but yeah, I think they updated it to make it easier for whoever was living here. This is cool too. It's got its own little skylight right there. Love it. Absolutely love it. Oh, they killed the bidet. You know, we always say, get yourself a bidet. If you haven't, it will change your life. Trust me. Just make sure it's standing upright. But yeah, it looks like they might salvage these things or just getting them ready to throw out. Who knows? But they look all, this all looks pretty modern. So maybe they'll salvage it. I don't know. These kind of doors almost remind me like the doors you'd have on a sauna. Like these big, thick wooden doors. It's kind of cool if you close this. It like blends in. It just looks really nice when it's closed. Okay, so what we got over here? Main level bathroom. This also looks like it might be original, maybe 90s. It's kind of hard to tell sometimes. The styles kind of blend. Like this gives off 80s style to me. Is that the knob to control them? That's cool. If that's what that's for, that's really cool. It might just be to unlock this though, I don't know. This also feels pretty 80s with the gold wire handle, all chrome. Be a cool piece to save. What's this? Oh, for the heat lamp. I love that in the hallway as well, we have just giant ceilings with the windows all at the top there. I like to generally explore houses on cloudy days because then there's no shadows and it's like easy to show everything. There's no like blown out bits, but this is the kind of house that you got to see when it's sunny out because you get to see all that light pouring in to every single room. Like right here, you can just see it all coming through. It definitely gives the house a different vibe to it when you explore it when it's sunny versus cloudy. They carpeted over tile. Of course they did. Wonder what this room was for then. Maybe another bedroom? Doesn't seem likely because it's connecting to the garage, which is weird, but I guess there has to be a way to get in. So what do we got in here? Hot water heater, sump pump. Some maintenance room, I guess. Yeah, vacuum cleaner. This is a weird way of doing this, but I guess it works. Unique house is unique situation, I guess. Yeah, all the electrical box. You can see everything's been ripped out. Absolutely nothing is left. So, pretty good sign that this place is going to come down soon. They don't usually do that if they're going to renovate it. I wish they would renovate it. I wish I was wrong with these houses most of the time that they're being demolished. But unfortunately, we're usually right. Wow, this is a dark garage. This could have used some windows. Big garage though, 3-car. What is this? It's very moldy in here. The walls are moldy. There's like this weird salt, maybe for the winter. That's a big garage though, big 3-car. Guess this is just for some storage. Feels pretty secure. Yep, extra storage up here. What's in here? Just some of the attic stuff. I'm gonna assume that that just leads outside, so we're not gonna even try that door. Look at the big heater up there. What a shame though. What a nice house to just be sitting empty like this. Okay, so we've completed up here. I'm gonna head to the basement now. So far, this is possibly one of my favorite abandoned houses, or just houses in general, that I've ever explored. This place deserves to be saved and not knocked down, so I'm hoping that we're wrong, and maybe they're gonna renovate it or something, but from what we could find, the whole area is being redeveloped. It's a huge shame. So let's head down to the basement, see what's down there. Big banister. Almost feels like I'm walking in a hotel. Oh, look at that. That's so cool. They have a built-in wine rack incorporated into the stone of the brick of the wall. That's awesome. I love that. It's funny because it's nice and cool right here too. So like, that's very cool. From what I could see, there's some mail left behind. It does look like it was an Italian family that lived here, like I said earlier. So maybe this is where they kept all of their wine. So for the most part, this house has looked like it's in, really good shape, but you can see that it hasn't been lived in for quite a bit of time. We do have spider webs and cobwebs, and more importantly, we do actually have some pretty serious black mold starting in the basement here. As you can see under the stairs, like, that is not good. And I'm sure we're gonna find some more damage and stuff like that throughout the house. But I love the interior brick in this basement. I love that the wooden ceiling continues down to here. Beautiful little chandelier. This was a nice home back in the late 70s, early 80s for sure. Yes, it's had a couple updates, probably 90s or 2000s, but beautiful and solid construction. I like this mirror wall. The mirrored tiles are very cool. I just want to give a look at that staircase. Gorgeous, this place. Wow. This wood would have cost them quite a pretty penny back in the day too. Is this one of those like little sliding parts? Yeah. That's cool. The accordion sliding door. So what do we have over here? Is this the laundry room? I think so. Looks like it. Just wood paneled everything.
Wow, this old stove's really cool. The burner covers. It's been sitting here for a while though. The whole handle's rusted and moldy. From what I can see, it almost looks like they're trying to salvage some stuff. Like maybe they're going to come through here and pull out all of the wood, but a developer did buy out this entire area. There's a few houses, I believe, that are also supposed to be demolished eventually. And this is just the first one so far to actually be empty. Did they leave anything inside of here? No. Doorknob's cool. Yeah, like all this looks like they ripped it out. They could salvage all this wood. It's still in great shape. It's not moldy, it's not splintered, it's not faded. It's kind of interesting. Why is there a shower down here? Hasn't been used for a while. I mean, it's pretty moldy, but... Because there's no toilet, there's no nothing else like that in this room. Like we have the laundry sink right there, a fridge, a stove, and then I would assume the laundry machine was somewhere in here, so it's definitely not a bathroom. Like a cold storage room. Ooh. I bet you this was a preserves room. We have some of that little hooks on the ceiling, probably to dry some stuff out. I bet you. Maybe had some jars for like wine. That kind of looks like that would have been like a big jug for wine that maybe spilled or leaked eventually. What is this? Is this like an AC unit? Like a cooling unit or drying unit? Okay. Yeah, this house has been awesome so far. I just noticed though, like the base trim here, the baseboard, looks like it has water damage. Actually, speaking of water damage, the entire floor in this room is completely buckling. Damn, that sucks. It's a good floor, easy to take out now, I guess. But we're continuing with the wood paneled walls. I love that. This looks like it's a games room, like an entertaining space. Love the gold switch cover plates with the black switches. Screams like 1980s elegance. Yeah, so they definitely have their liquor here. They have a little sink. So this is definitely their bar. You can see where all the bottles were sitting still. Wow, what a place. It's a cool bar sink. It's got like a little area to put stuff. I don't think there was a single expense spared on this home, honestly. Like, it's so nice and so well built. Play some darts with the boys or the family. Keep this, I guess this is a chalkboard. Nope. All right. Like, I'm sure buying this light switch cover here, or outlet cover with the green and the gold was not cheap. Like, that's a luxury to have back in the day. Very cool. Everything in the house is just solid. Is this to keep track of the darts? I don't know how to play darts, so maybe that's what that's for. Would make sense. It's like right in line with it. You just stand here and just whoosh. So this was also a farmstead at one point, which is pretty cool. So maybe this was a meeting area for the farm, but you could open these up, have beautiful natural light all throughout this room. I don't know if you can see how severely buckled this floor is, but you know, it's up like maybe 3-4 inches. It's also buckled all here. It's bowed. So obviously there's some water infiltration somewhere in this house. The ceiling doesn't show anything like that, but who knows? The window ledge is like granite. Oh my gosh. This is cool too. The etched glass. It's awesome. Barlee Farms. Yeah, here's a better look at how buckled that is. If I just show you guys the floor, you can see even here, it's like super buckled. That's a thick floor too. That's like proper wood, so I don't know what happened there. Maybe it wasn't water. Maybe it was just, it contracted or something, or expanded and it didn't have space. Very cool though. I love etched glass like this, especially when it's personalized. Yeah, that's awesome. As you saw from the walk around, the property on this house is just gorgeous. Yeah, so I'd say entertaining room, maybe meeting space for the farm. But they probably had like, they had the darts, maybe like a pool table or snooker's table, maybe a big meeting room table in here. This is kind of interesting too, like they have built-in seating, and it's quite a bit of seating too. It's not like a small little amount. So yeah, but nobody's been here in a while. Like nobody sat in that seat for a while. Just a stunning house. This could possibly be my dream home. I love this house so, so much. It's a shame it's just gonna get knocked down, because this house I'm sure would have continued to be lived in for many, many more decades, because it's just built so well. But yeah, the basement doesn't go anywhere else. So unfortunately, this is the end of the Explorer. So let's go to the outro.
All right, Nowhere crew, thank you so much for watching this explore of this absolutely unbelievable abandoned 1970s mansion. Really hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, be sure to hit that like button, drop a comment down below, tell me what you think of this place. And if you haven't, be sure to hit that subscribe button. That's it for me, guys. I'm out. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.